We just made a video on the 7 traps of attaining power on Patreon. Check it out. Link is on the description. Anyways, let's begin. The core idea is simple. Fix neediness by putting purpose first. Expand your options by meeting more people. Stop negotiating respect and leave cleanly when standards are broken. And enforce boundaries with action, not talk. Most guys write in after they've already messed up and want to regain attraction. They try louder voices, arguments, or intimidation. That does not create respect. It signals insecurity and usually makes things worse. If you want respect, you have to be willing to end the situation and leave first when behavior falls below your standards. Do not argue for attraction. End it cleanly and stop contact. That's the reset. If you wait too long and keep debating, you lose leverage and the situation drags on with more disrespect. The main reason it's hard to leave is you built your life around her. After work, you gave her all the time and attention because there was nothing else filling your evenings. That creates fear of being alone and makes you tolerate bad treatment. Fix this by building a schedule that stands without her. Work, training, a specific personal project block every evening, and a defined bedtime. When your time is structured, you stop negotiating for scraps of attention, and you can end things when necessary. You're not trying to fill a void with her time. You already filled it yourself. Next, solve scarcity with exposure. If you only interact with one woman, you'll overvalue her and rationalize poor behavior. Get out of the house 2 or 3 times a week. Go where you can meet people in person. Apps are fine as a supplement, not a crutch. The point is to see volume in real life so your perception resets. When you see options, you stop clinging to one situation. That change alone corrects a lot of unattractive behavior because you're no longer reacting from fear of loss. Now, on boundaries. Define what you won't accept. Repeated flaky scheduling, disrespectful language, or chronic lateness. State the standard once, with the consequence. If it happens again, execute the consequence without debate. No blow-ups, no lectures, no threats, just action. Over time, this creates a predictable environment where either the behavior aligns or the relationship ends. Both outcomes are acceptable. What you don't do is try to win through arguments or intimidation. That's a losing strategy, and it trains the other person to escalate to get attention. Use this protocol if a woman is getting to prevent showing weakness. Define the standard in one sentence. Example: I don't continue conversations when I'm being insulted. If it happens again, I will leave. Name the consequence once, calmly. Make it specific, proportionate, and enforceable. Example: if you raise your voice again, I will end this call and we can try tomorrow. Execute on the next instance. No lectures, no debate. Do exactly what you said. Example: end the call, leave the room, end the date, pause the chat. Reset contact for a defined period. Example: I'm taking space for a week. No back and forth. No justifications. On return, acknowledge the standard once. Example: if the insults stop, we can continue. If not, we won't. If disrespect repeats, end cleanly. Short message. No postmortem. Block if necessary to maintain the boundary. Here's a concrete example from Breaking Bad. Gus Fring with Walter White. Standard. Gus requires stability and silence. When Walt's chaos escalates, Gus states limits through terse, business-only communication and removing privileges, no meetings, use proxies. Consequence: Gus pulls back distribution support and isolates Walt from decision-making after breaches. Execution. He cuts personal contact and replaces Walt where possible, signaling the boundary is real. Withdrawal. Reset. The distance is unemotional, time-bound to results. If behavior stabilizes, operations resume. If it doesn't, he moves to permanent replacement. How to apply. Say the standard once, then change access, time, or plans if it's violated. Example. If the disrespect continues, I won't make plans for a week. Then do it. No debate. Resume only if conduct changes. If not, exit cleanly. Do not argue for respect. State the standard once. Enforce with action. Withdraw to reset. Resume only with changed behavior. Otherwise, exit cleanly. There's a final point about power. If the dynamic is already upside down, she holds all the leverage. You're avoiding speaking up, and you feel controlled. Resetting it inside the same relationship is rare. The practical move is to leave, rebuild your schedule and social exposure, and then start fresh with standards from day one. That prevents you from sliding back into submission and resentment. This lesson usually comes after trial and error, but you can shorten the cycle by acting now, instead of waiting for a perfect moment that never arrives. Reversal notes. Don't misuse withdrawal as a manipulation tactic. If you vanish constantly to force compliance, you'll train people to detach or escalate drama. Use it only after a clear boundary and one correction if failed. Also, don't hide behind purpose to avoid basic relationship skills. If someone meets your standards and invests, reciprocate proportionally. Keep communication calm and specific. Measure outcomes by behavior change within a defined time frame. If nothing changes, exit without ceremony.